to fear. It is not our fellow man, nor any creature big or small, with whom we share our home. It is that which comes from beyond the confines of this world. That which disrupts the natural order. The other which may attempt to claim and consume the planet. And so I bid you, her children, to join hands and come together. For united, we shall never succumb to fear of celestial calamity. If we've anything to fear, it is not our fellow man, nor any creature big or small, with whom we share our home. It is that which comes from beyond the confines of this world, that which disrupts the natural order, the other which may attempt to claim and consume the planet. And so I bid you, her children, to join hands and come together, for united, we shall never succumb to fear of celestial calamity. If we've anything to fear, it is not our fellow man, nor any creature big or small, with whom we share our home. It is that which comes from beyond the confines of this world, that which disrupts the natural order, the other which may attempt to claim and consume the planet. And so I bid you, her children.
Only those who have the key, as well as fellow Bugenhagen's permission, are allowed inside.
Anakin never had much exposure to the outside world. I can only hope his travels with you have served to enlighten him. While that may appear to be little more than a glistening mineral at a glance, it is in fact a crystallized collection of our planet's memories.
It's like you're singing to me of the planet. The full depths of your beauty cross my heart.
Here we seek to gather the wisdom of the planet.
Whoa! Those devices are testing the pull of gravity. That's a scale model of our planet and the surrounding stars. One could say the dust it's collected represents the people who live upon it. You recognize that little scamp? I'll have you know that in his childhood, Nanaki was quite a handful. Oh, have my devices piqued your curiosity? They are essential to my studies of the planet. That is one of the first Mako detectors ever built. Though I suspect it can't detect much now. Nanaki never had much exposure to the outside world. I can only hope his travels with you have served to enlighten him. Let's not be hasty. I'll show you that room later. Oh, have my devices piqued your curiosity? They are essential to my studies of the planet.
lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space. To gaze at the stars is to gaze into their past, what they once were, eons ago.
Can't say I'm all that interested in the future, but that's just how we're wired. Humans can't help but fixate on the past, on what used to be.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space. To gaze at the stars is to gaze into their past, what they once were, eons ago.
Can't say I'm all that interested.
The planet connects us, one and all, for everything exists through her.
You won't find a larger telescope on the planet. With it, you can see to the edge of the galaxy. There's no better view of the stars than through this scope. But the lens could do with some cleaning. My apologies.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space. To gaze at the stars is to gaze into their past, what they once were, eons ago.
Can't say I'm all that interested in...
That again, huh?
That's...
The planet crying out. A sorrowful dirge indeed. One I've heard all too often of late. This tubing allows us on the surface to hear the inner voice of the planet.
What we just heard didn't come from the planet, though. That was definitely the voice of a weapon.
You seem awfully sure of yourself, miss.
Because we saw them, with our own eyes. Two, in the Corel and Gungaga reactors. They were loud and huge.
A fascinating account, were it true. However, such grand delusions could be a sign of Mako poisoning. Do see a doctor.
Excuse me?
Oh. Yes. That would do them some good. Judging from everything you've said, the three of you are unfamiliar with basic planetology. But it is never too late to learn. Please, come with me. I present to you our planetarium. While the Shinra building features the latest iteration, this particular one is my original design. Now then, without further ado, This is only the beginning.
A shooting star!
Planetology is not simply the study of the cosmos and the celestial bodies that dwell in it. Rather, it is a quest to comprehend the cyclical nature of life. Behold, the planet we call home. It was from its soil, so teeming with life, that mankind was born. And like all living things, man is fated to die. So, what happens next? The body withers and returns to the planet. But what of the mind, the spirit, the soul? Much like its former vessel, it too returns whence it came. To the great river where all intertwine and circle the planet without end. A cycle of continuous convergence and divergence. The ceaseless ebb and flow that is the life stream. An apt name, though it is as much a reservoir as it is a stream, being the sum of the planet's spiritual energy. It is the very essence of our star, the blood coursing through its planetary veins. And if ever that essence were to be entirely depleted, of course, these are but basic principles of planetology.
So you're saying that Mako is spiritual energy, which we're using up?
Just so. Siphoned from the planet and processed for industry, that energy can no longer fulfill its true purpose. It is fated to fuel man's machinery, then fade away.
Okay, but does it actually fade away? I mean, what if it doesn't? What if it just returns to the life stream in a different form? Is that possible?
A novel theory, suggestive of a lack of understanding. However, that can be overcome with time and education.
You rang?
Please escort this young lady to our seminar room, would you?
Right this way. Okay.
Hey, can I come?
Got a question. Planet runs out of energy. It and everything on it dies, right?
Yes.
There any way to avoid this? Like, making the spiritual energy stronger?
Why are you asking me such things? I'm sorry. I've come to realize that I'm somewhat stuck in the past. We've entered an era in which humanity exerts unprecedented influence over its environs. And as both the planet and society evolve, so too must science. And yet it seems that I cannot. Perhaps I'm much too old of a dog to learn any new tricks.
Here we seek to gather the wisdom of the planet.
Thanks so much for taking such great care of Nanaki for us. Fellow Bugenhagen instructed me to let you take anything you think might prove useful on your journey. Check out the storeroom when you have a chance.
this way.
Blessings of the planet upon you.
Souls in waiting are returned to the planet through the River of Lights.
What's your faith?
I would be more than happy.
She would never forsake us, never abandon us, for we are her children, one and all. This wonderful planet is always watching over us, ever keeping calamity at bay. If people everywhere resolved to not take her bounty for granted, and offered up prayers of gratitude, no man, woman, or child.
It has been 70 years since I...
This village is lame. Did you know none of the materia here is even real? And don't get me started on the planetologists. Bunch of blowhards in love with the sound of their own voice.
She would never forsake us, never abandon us.
I would be more than happy to answer any questions.
This wonderful planet is always watching over us.
Our planet is the greatest artist.
If people everywhere resolved to not take her bounty for granted, and offered up prayers of gratitude, no man, woman, or child would suffer.
Within you all are the planet's thoughts and memories. By unlocking this knowledge, it allows us to heighten
I heard from fellow Bugenhagen. By all means, please come and join the seminar. Follow me if you would.
They are both one and the same. Wouldn't you agree? We are as much a part of the...
I ask you this, who among you...
The planet speaks to all of her children. No one is greater or lesser than her.
The seminar is in progress.
I've always been on the bigger side, but I've never been into physical stuff. Painting and poetry are more my thing. My old man, he used to say it was a waste, me spending all my time indoors. According to him, a big kid like me was using twice as much spiritual energy as other folks, and I was a burden on the planet. But he was wrong. That extra energy I received from the planet, it was a blessing. And after imbuing it with my compassion and intellect, I'll give it right back. No way is that a waste. It's just the opposite.
Indeed it is. Thank you for sharing.
Blessings of the planet be upon you.
Now, Would anyone else like to share their story with the group?
So, my parents are no longer with us here.
Blessings of the planet upon you. Fellow Bugenhagen sent word that you might be joining us. You are more than welcome to do so.
And over the course of my studies, I stumbled...
Please continue on into the assembly.
Address the issue of what the life stream is, arguing that spiritual energy is actually a manifestation of our knowledge and memories. Like I said, it's a fascinating theory, but it's incomplete. What about our hopes and dreams? We remember those, don't we? So what if spiritual energy...
What about you, miss? You must have a story to share. Please.
Me? Okay. Where to begin? I fell into the life stream. I don't have words to describe it, except beautiful, maybe? It was a lot to take in. Feelings of kindness washed over me. Long-forgotten memories came flooding back. It was a warm, comforting place. But there was also conflict. A war between the planet and its enemies. And we can't let them win. We need the planet, and it needs us. We have to rise up, fight back, defend it from this terrible threat. Thing is, I don't know how to do any of that. And I hoped you might have the answer. I'm not criticizing planetology or anything, and I'm not trying to scare anybody either. I just... You know... Never mind. This is all coming out wrong.
Please, do not be discouraged. Should you ever wish to try again, we would be more than happy to listen. What matters is that you keep challenging your beliefs. Stop doing that, and the answers will forever elude you. On that note, I think we should adjourn for the evening. The River of Lights is almost upon us, so let us head to the torch.
I'll see you at the festival.
Ah, the River of Lights. Once a year, we gather the souls that have drifted to our veil and return them to the planet whence they came. I heartily encourage you to join us in this ceremony.
There is no seminar being held here at the moment. Can I help you?
All the time I've spent here, listening and learning, has helped me realize what I'm meant to do in this world. I should be a force for good. Help folks out. Spread positive vibes. That's how I'll protect the planet. Like yesterday, I helped this poor old woman carry her groceries. And today, I took out the trash at the bar. I've been floating through my life without any purpose, but I finally found it. Planetology has made me a better me!
Who among you has looked inward into the universe of the soul? Just as each of us is a part of the planet is a part.
When our journey ends and our return is ordained, we go as beings honed by lives well lived. A bond to the planet that ensures the cycle continues. It is for our mother and for our brothers and sisters that we render up our bodies and our souls.
I ask you this, who among you has looked inward into the universe of the soul? Just as we are siblings.
This liquor has an herbal bouquet that's indescribable.
Whoa! It's like the planet's floating right in.
Nothing like a stiff drink to get the creative juices flowing.
Oh, Professor Gast. I hope you know that your legacy lives on. That your discoveries paved the way for our successes. What other scholar could ever hope to match your passion and excellence? Why did you have to leave us? Every day I strain to listen and pluck out your voice from the planet's chorus.
If you ask me, planetology's the future. I also recently came up with a news. I say we replace the stuff with wind power.
Yeah, down with Shinra. We'd be so much better off without
Nothing like a stiff drink to get the creative juices flowing.
Many of us. The tavern is a home away from home.
Lift your gaze to the heavens. Watch as the clouds drift through the sky, going whichever way the wind takes them.
We humans are the same. The planet charts a course for us, and we need to walk it.
Quite right. All we need to do is follow the light. It will surely lead us to a tranquil.
Wow, so many tourists. Must be quite the festival.
I had the pleasure of talking to a mentor who said it was presumptuous of me to think I could save the planet. She decides her own fate, you see. As rain cleanses the skies, so too does she cleanse herself of filth. So what? We sit here and theorize while the planet rinses and repeats?
Maybe you'll learn something.
Oh, I've learned something, all right. That these planetologists would rather study the world than live in it.
Put your faith in our great mother.
Wow, so many tourists. Must be quite the festival.
All her children, one and all, this wonderful. Planet is always watching over us, ever keeping calamity at bay.
Look at them, gathered around the fire. Just like us that day. Me and Mom and Dad. If only we could do that again. Never mind. Just forget I said anything.
I'll lend an ear.
Whenever I think about my mom, my chest swells with so much pride, I feel like it'll burst. But when it comes to my dad, I just... Sorry, I can't. Still not ready.
Through your diligence, you will find true fulfillment.
If we've anything to fear, it is not our fellow man, nor any creature big or small, with whom... we share our home.
When you die, you return to the planet? Psst, that has literally got to be the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Once you die, that's that.
Why do you think that?
I just do. I believe in anything else until I see some actual proof. When you die, you return to the planet? Psst, that has literally got to be the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Once you die, that's that.
Yeah, I totally agree.
What? Ugh, should have known better than to get philosophical with you. When you die, you return to the planet? Psst, that has literally got to be the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Once you die, that's that.
Pretty much.
Thank you. So if you get that, you get why I live every day like it's my last.
Put your faith in our great mother.
Wow, so many tourists. Must be quite the festival. Did I sound as awkward as I felt?
Felt for you. Never been that good with words, as you know.
We're just two peas in a pod, aren't we? I think I'm gonna stay out here a little longer.
Planetology, Avalanche, Marlene, and me. I don't know.
Some carry a fire that rises.
Wow, so many tourists. Must be quite the festival.
Sorry, I can't. Still not ready.
It is that which comes from beyond the confines of this world. That which disrupts...
How much longer are they gonna be doing this?
The other which may attempt to claim and consume the planet. And so... Oh, I bid you, her children, to join hands and come together. For united...
So, I'm an ancient. As in, a steward of the planet. One of those ancients. Or, to be more precise, the only ancient. For the most part, it's been a source of pain. I've been held against my will. I've been watched. I've been ignored. Even hated. And it's been that way ever since I was little. My blood's been nothing but a curse. If I ever started to forget, something would remind me of what I was and bring me crashing back down to Earth. It was always the same. Time after time. I'd be shown a glimmer of hope, only to have it snatched away. I was never gonna be normal. That much was clear. So my blood's been a curse, but it's also been a blessing. It's brought some wonderful people into my life, friends that I love. And for once, I think I'm okay. Happy even. And all that pain feels worth it. Even if I can't lead a normal life, there is one thing I can do. Return their kindness. And try to make the most of what I've been given.
It is time!
Whoa!
Pretty sappy, huh? Meant every word, though.
So, this is where you've been, Nanaki.
What's up?
There's something of great import I need to show you. And by that I mean all of you. Join me, would you? What did you all think of the River of Lights? For whatever reason, the ceremony has drawn a number of tourists to the Vale as of late. When I ask for their impressions, they often speak of how beautiful it was. Some claim they were even moved to tears. It's an overwhelmingly positive reception, I'm happy to say. To stir the human soul is no small feat, and it pleases me to know that the River of Lights possesses such power. Alas,
My heart goes
my
out to
hopes to
Aerith.
parlay their
All the
emotional
revenge and the
response
hardships
into a
brought to
deeper
face.
intellectual curiosity. They have yet to be fulfilled. People are surrounded by cats, dogs, birds, and trees. They know that life is all around them, be it through the birth of a baby or the blooming of a flower. They bear constant witness to the blessed cycle of creation. Yet they've no interest in the welfare of our planet. Forgive me for sharing my idle thoughts. Keeping them to myself is quite a challenge in my old age.